NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the UCLA Bruins return team will have that offense backed up. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Caught in the backfield, it's Dobbs. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the tailback. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Another big play for this offense, and I'll tell you, historically, in the best UCLA units offensively, whether they're throwing it, whether they're in the shotgun, whether they're going up-tempo or they're not, it's always so important to have balance.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They're going to ride this running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Went with the running game on first down, now back at it. On second down, he'll let it fly. Caught near the sticks. It's Petty. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, UCLA!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So NC State's offense will get the ball for the first time. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. NC State going up-tempo. Looking to throw on second down. Got his man. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Here comes the offense on second down.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40, the 20, past the 10. Touchdown, Bruin. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. He does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. They get to the line quickly. He's looking to throw it. He's got his man. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. No matter the sport, he epitomized the UCLA mantra, be quick, don't hurry.
I mean, what a great job of being quick off the ball. Defensive lineman, you got to be quick off the ball if you want to be disruptive, get in the backfield, and get to the quarterback.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got an open man. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback adapting. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the catch, and he'll take it. He got loose. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Number 89.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him redirect.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UCLA will go back to work on offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He's going to fire to the left. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Spits it out to the back. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Bruins send out the punt unit. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. Final play of the quarter coming. They'll throw it on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got it set up on the outside. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to the playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that...
Nothing but green ahead. The 10. Touchdown, UCLA. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Caught in the backfield. It's Robbins. Gets away from one. He's got space. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up. But this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
He finds his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. NC State quick to the line. On second down, wants to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Finds a crease at the 20. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding today with major ramifications across the college football landscape. Stanford is just getting tuned up today. This is like watching an MMA fight where you start to question your own morals. Who sanctioned this bout? They're trailing by 14 to Maryland.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Finds his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one they had to have a plan for one of the best receivers in the country, so they're double covering him. You can't do anything else, and still they can't prevent this guy from making the catch and getting the first down.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations.
He'll take the deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. On 3rd down, going up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Bruins will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they block it. Picks it up. He'll try to run it back. And they will score. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And you got to get penetration right away on these punt blocks. They get penetration, get in the backfield, get right in the punter's lap, get their hands on it, and then guess what? Now it's a live football. They scoop it up. They take it all the way back to the house.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. UCLA will go back to work on offense. On the run, it's Dobbs. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the football.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Tackled, but he has a first down. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. There's nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. Quarterback checking off. He's looking for an open man on second down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the grab on the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. Picks up more than 30. What a tough break for the defense. You get a hand on the football, and they still make a big play.
Man, how difficult is that? The ball is deflected. To be able to keep your eyes on the football, continue to concentrate from a fortuitous bounce, Reese. A nice break to him. Makes the catch, makes the big play down the field.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Leaves it with the running back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's third and long from the 28. Fires to the big fella. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on fourth down. They'll run the sneak for it. And that decision will be questioned for a while. North Carolina State has it back in the field. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab inside the 30. He's running. And he eluded. They'll take it all the way. Touchdown, NC State.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second.
He'll take a deep shot here. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Bruins. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And they did tack on the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Motion from the offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs. Bangs his way to the 20. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Wolfpack will have first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that pass picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 30. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. UCLA will go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be...
Touchdown, UCLA! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over and move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Bringing it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. And the Bruins have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal coming up. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
UCLA, 42, NC State, 20.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
NC State going up tempo. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's right on target. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. They'll line up for a second down play.
Awesome body control and great job, too, knowing where he is on the field to make sure he got his feet down in bounds. At this point, this guy's been open all over the field. And if I'm the QB, man, I keep throwing him the ball.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Going for it all. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, it seems like he's dialed in.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to pass on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough. Make a better decision. Do not throw into double coverage. He got lucky that was an interception.
Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Just beautiful. And that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this. Way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get a shot.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give out of the gun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Getting some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. No midseason doldrum. as they push out the lead in Week 6. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
NC State, 28.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're getting up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Second down coming up.
Red pass, it's complete. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Unloads quickly. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the...
He's off to the races. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wolfpack. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. LSU is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Death Valley for some time.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead. Football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The Bruins are rolling down the field. They go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They've already peeled more than 3 minutes off the clock on this drive as they stand over the ball on 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. At the 40, there he goes. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Bruins! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's just been throwing bullets all over the field.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Quick completion on the out. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He'll throw on 3rd down. Fires into the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.